Hey, Bayek, it's me, Ian. And in today's video, well, I'm continuing my look at the series Hammer House of Mystery and Suspense. And this is episode 11, Child's Play, 1984. This was transmitted on the 8th of October 1984. Standard time, 70 minutes long. Now, it's written by Graham Wassell, and that's all the information I've looked, and can't find anything else. They just disappeared. This I don't know why, but there it is. That's all I could find out. Now, it's directed by Val Guest. Now, there's the name again. What a wonderful director, writer Val Guest was. In this House of Mystery and Suspense, he directed Mark of the Devil and In Possession. So he's already done two others, and always, what a great job. And of course, when you look at the films that he was directing, The Quatermass Experiment, 1955, Quatermass 2, 1957, The Camp on Blood Island, 1958, Yesterday's Enemy, 1959, which is an amazing war film. It's an essential film that, if you want to know about films, Hammer films as well, that weren't horror and that are brilliant, just in the history of films, particularly war films, then Yesterday's Enemy is a must. It really is. Then also, The Day the Earth Caught Fire, which is a British sci-fi classic from 1961, directed that. And then, of course, When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth, 1970. So there was, throughout his career, a connection with Hammer. And there he is doing these for this series. Now, this story is, in fact, a remake of a Twilight Zone episode. Yes, the wonderful Twilight Zone episode, which was called 5 Characters in Search of an Exit, 1961. So that's interesting, isn't it? I've not actually seen that Twilight Zone episode. I'd be interested to check that out. Really, just, looking how similar it is to this one. Right. So let's get into the cast. Now, we've got Mary Crosby as Anne Preston. Now, if you look at her, it's just a lot of TV series and TV films. That's how her career is. And I think she's good in this. Yeah, definitely. We've got Nicholas Clay, who plays Mike Preston. Now, he was in a few notable feature films. Zulu Dawn, 1979. Excalibur, 1981. He played Lancelot, and what a film that is. And also Agatha Christie's Evil Under the Sun, 1982, which was a massive hit. That was great. And then you look, and he had a great career in TV series and TV films. Amazing. Absolutely wonderful. Then we've got Debbie Chazin, who plays Sarah Preston, um, the daughter, and she's very good. I think she's very good in this. Um, but this is the only credit I can find, so it looks like she didn't go into a career in acting. But to be fair, I think she was really good in this. She had that wonderful presence that a character needed, definitely. She's very good. Then we've got Suzanne Church, who played a mother. All these are much smaller roles, the last two. And hers is again just sort of TV series and TV films. Quite a big career. And then Joanne Joseph, who plays the child. Now she was involved in quite a few interesting films. The French Lieutenant's Woman from 1981. I know Meryl Streep in that one. The Remains of the Day, 1993. I know that's Anthony Hopkins in that one. She was in that. And then in 2005, she was in a film called Ecstasy. And that's a horror film. Yeah, fantastic. So that is the cast involved. Now, what is this about? What is the story about? Well, a family wakes up and they find themselves trapped in their own home. Yes, and well, why is this? That is a question. But why can't they get out? Well, they can't get out because all the windows and doors are sealed by this really I can't say it, impenetrable. In other words, it's a hard wall that they can't, no matter what they do, they cannot break down. It's everything they attempt to do to break this wall. It's like an iron steel wall. It's just a metal wall that you just can't do anything about. No matter how they try, it just doesn't work. Now the problem is, as they're doing this, it's getting hotter, much hotter inside, and as it gets hotter, obviously their energy starts to sap, and then they start seeing mysterious symbols. Well, the mother does. The wife, she sees these symbols. We've seen it on the TV, but then it starts everywhere in the house to see symbols, and also they started notice things about their lives and their time in the house, and their daughter, who is rather her behaviour is very interesting and extreme in many ways. She's not behaving as she should be as a daughter. So we have that thrown into the mix. And as I say, all attempts to escape are failing. Their energy is really depleting totally. And what else can they do? And that's how it all develops and the story goes. And then we get the ending. And you have to say that the ending is really a good ending. If you, the first time you see this story, you think, wow, yeah, wow. Maybe because on repeat viewings, you know why everything is as it is, then maybe the story does lose a little bit of impact in terms of watching it again. So my view on this is that it's very well acted. 70 minutes, maybe, is a little bit long for this story. It's kind of stretched out. And I don't think it matters as much maybe the very first time you watch it. Even then you might still be, because you're hoping because the payback is worth it at the end. But when you know that payback, then it does seem a long way to get there, I think. And that just weakens the story as I've seen it, compared with a lot of the other stories I've seen in the series, which is a shame because it's a very clever story, and I like the story, the ideas behind it. But you wonder, was there another way of perhaps trying to do this story? Maybe there isn't. It's just one of those things. It's one that you watch and that's it. So that is the first one I think I've come across like that. Because all the others I've often known where the story's going, but they're easy to watch again and you enjoy them. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy this, but I could see that in it, the weakness of the story, I think, repeating, because once you know the punchline, if you want to say, then it does kind of weaken it when you see it again. So I think that's why I don't want to be zoomed down, because, as I said, the acting is superb, and the idea and the concepts, everything in it is really well done, and that you cannot fault. But that's just my complaint here, Bayek. What you doing, lad? Complaining? Yeah, no, I enjoyed it, but I think, if I'm being honest, that's my assessment, that it's out of the whole stories that we've seen in this, that is a weakness of this story, and maybe it's perhaps been the weakest in that sense, because I don't think I felt that about all of the stories I've watched, and again, I knew the endings, but still, I enjoyed them. I didn't find any faults. There was no problems for me. But there we are. So I better stop there. So before I go, I always show you. Here it is. There's only one more left. So the next one will be the last in the box set of this. Anyhow, that's to look forward to. So we'll see. Right, I better go now. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and we'll let you know when I put out these videos. And if you like this particular one, give it a like, because it gets it out onto YouTube and all algorithms and all that kind of stuff. And if you've got any comments, please put your comments down. I love to read your comments. And it's a all cost note, so you can't say fairer than that. So all I gotta say is, I'll see thee again.